Alright, we're going to go ahead and now do the assembly. This is the Victorian Farmhouse. We went over the parts, they're kind of laid out. So as we go, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up the parts and we're going to go ahead and assemble. The kit, when it comes, you'll pretty much see that the base will already be on. So there's not much that you need to do. There is subflooring that goes in the middle. And you come with 3 pieces, so we'll go ahead and take those and insert those. So basically when you get your kit, you're going to remove all your parts from the inside. You'll put them out on the table, sort them, and then we'll go ahead and if you want to assemble your kit and get practice and familiarity with it, then we'll go ahead and start. So we're going to start with the subfloor, 3 rails that are missing, and we're going to insert those. And there's notches for each one of them, and they go to your center long rails. So we'll just match up our notches and insert the floors. Make sure I put it in the right way would be good. Alright, now once you got your subfloors in, and at this point we're not gluing anything, we're just putting it together, making sure that everything functions and fits properly. And if there is some areas that we need to trim for it to fit properly, then we'll do that. We have our utility knife on hand. Alright, so we're now going to go ahead and we're going to take our first floors, and as with all of our kits, you'll see that 1A, 1A, all of our walls and our floors are marked, so we're going to go ahead and just match those up. So I'm just going to go ahead and insert these, but they're all in alphabetical as they run across, just matching up numbers and letters. So 1A, this is 1B, then we got 1C, and it has a 3rd notch for the wall. Okay. Okay, and then we got the front door, 1B. F. 1E. 1G, and then we have our small sections that go around the end, so we call them 1H, and 1J. And another thing too is if you have a problem reading these, all of these are notched to where they only have one that will fit. So if you notice it doesn't fit properly, don't try to force it. Just go ahead and take a look if it goes to another area, because more than likely it may. So basically, me looking at 1M, it would not fit in anything other than 1M. And we'll finish up the last one. Alright, so that's all of your walls. For this kit here, it has a lot of railings. So our railings will be the next point that we're going to take and insert. These 2 railings here are pretty close to being the same, but they're slightly different. One's a hair longer, and they both go on the side, so they should slide right in. So make sure you note that when you're putting these in. So as I just showed, should just fall right into place. And there's both of those. Okay, and then you got your front porch railing. Same thing. They should go right in place without not much of any trimming at all. And that's for that one. The first and second floor both has one of these small railings. Then to go ahead and fill the gap here on the side. So we'll go ahead and insert that. Then we have 3 other railings that go in the front. So we're going to go ahead and take these. Again, you have two that are very similar. They look the same, but one is a little bit longer than the other and spaced differently. So just take a look and see which one goes where. That one right there doesn't fit right. So it should go on the other side. And it does. And then our final rail, go ahead and insert. Alright, at this point, we now have all of our floors for the first floor completed. We'll now take our roofing for our second floor, and we'll insert that. And before we do that, we always want to take our stairs. And your stairs will come pre-assembled, as you see here. At some point, you'll have to untape it and glue it, but it comes already ready to go. So just go ahead and insert your stairs, and they should hang. And you want to go ahead and line up and start connecting your different sections. So start on one end, work your way to the other end. So in this case, we'll start with our outside with the rail. Then we'll get the wall on the next section. And then we have another wall on the intersection. And then once you get those, we got the front wall. Okay, and at this point we have our section over here that's pretty much in. So let's go ahead and start with the edge of our front rail. Make sure we follow that down. Can't see. There we go. And you got our front door area that we want to go ahead and get in. And then we follow our rail down further. Alright, then we have another wall in the center. And as you can see, as I go down, everything flattens out pretty good. So that's what you want to do, is follow your way and just apply a little bit of pressure to keep it in place as you go. So as we move up, we can go ahead and apply pressure to new areas that we're working on. And the next wall. Now we're going to go ahead and reach in the inside. And take the outside rail. I'm going to insert that. Take our front rail. And put that in place. And if you have a helping hand, it's usually nice to have somebody give you a hand when you're doing this. But in my case, my helper right now is actually holding the camera. So, as you can see, you can do it by yourself. And you just follow all of the rooms around. Put them in place, and the final one is your outside rail. And I'm also using my arm as a weight, applying a little bit of pressure. Okay, at this point, you want to take a look and make sure that everything's seated and that nothing came out of place. And this one, there's something. There it is. As you can see, I have one notch that wasn't right. Now it's seated. And we'll just look around, make sure everything else is good. And if it is, then you're good to go on to the next level. Okay, now I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure to make sure everything seats. And you pretty much have your first section complete. Alright, when we come back, we'll go ahead and start on our second floor. So, see you here momentarily.